Hi, good afternoon. So I normally don't do a live at this time, but my schedule this morning was a little crazy. I'm just going to give everybody a moment to log on and make sure that I can see you guys' comments. Okay, so I hope your Monday is getting off to a really good start. Well, something this past week there was a conversation that I had with somebody that sparked the idea to do this video. So most of you know that I own a business called the Manifold Mind, Manifold Mind Life Coaching. Well, I got that idea. Hi, hello. I will read your comments at the end. If you're unfamiliar with how I do my lives, I can't really stay on topic and do both. So, welcome. So anyway, most of you know that my coaching company is called Manifold Mind, and I get a lot of questions about how I got that name or why I named it that. If you've ever been to my website, which is in the link, the description of this video, you can go scroll all the way to the bottom of any page and you can read the definition for manifold. But I wanted to do this video really quick because a lot of people don't understand why this is so necessary, and especially when it comes to narcissistic abuse recovery and if you're facing a narcissist in court as well. So first of all, manifold has a bunch of different definitions. I want to read you just some of them. It can mean many and various, abundant, abundantly. It can mean the captain, the elder, the master. It can mean enough or exceedingly great and full. It can mean increasingly long, many, mighty, more, much, to multiply, often, plenteous, populous, and the process of time. It can also mean much, variated, marked with a great variety of colors. And it also means manifesting itself in a great variety of forms. So think about all of these definitions, and before I get into how this applies to your mind, I want to tell you a quick story. In the Bible, there's a story about a son who's greatly loved by his father, and his father gives him a coat of many colors. The word there is manifold, the manifold coat, and many colors. So how does this apply to your mindset? Well, if you look at everything that I just read to you, what it actually is talking about is multiple levels and multiple dimensions. What the narcissist will seek to do to you is to get you on a lesser level, meaning just one level. And not only just on one level, but on one route on that level. So if you can picture a road that you're walking on with no outlet, and you also can't see the end of that road, that's exactly what the narcissist will seek to get you to do. And basically it's their way or the highway, right? A lot of people struggle with the fact that there's a way off of that road. And I've had a lot of people comment on my video about negotiating with a narcissist, about what the number one reason why you lose to a narcissist when you're in court. And all the time people tell me that's not the situation for me. I'll tell you what the situation isn't for you is that you're on one level and on one road on that level. Manifold means multiple levels, multiple dimensions, and multiple ways in every single one of those dimensions. When I talk to my clients about preparing for court, especially, but also about narcissistic abuse recovery, if you think that there's only one way possible, and it has to be if it's this way, if it's this way, if it's this way, all of these things have to line up, right? I need to have a job that pays me X amount of money before I can leave the narcissist. I have to have this thing lined up. If my kids were 18, right? If this was possible, if my narcissist wasn't doing that, you are pigeonholing yourself down this one-dimensional outlet, one dimension and one road on that dimension. And if you don't understand how powerful your mind is, that's going to be the extent of which not only your thoughts go, but also your life goes. You can't construct something that you don't have a blueprint for. You can't construct something that you can't even imagine thinking it, right? If you can't think it, how would you be able to build it? How would you be able to walk down it? How would you be able to implement it into your life? It's impossible to do that. So the Manifold Mind talks about the endless opportunities for you to, and levels of those opportunities for you to manifest whatever it is that you want in your life. So in other words, it's about the goal, being the outcome, not about the process, right? Because a lot of people, like I just said, will only start towards their goal if the process is already laid out before them. Again, if my kids were 18, I could divorce the narcissist. If I had a job that paid me X amount of money, I could afford an attorney, and then I would be able to beat the narcissist. These are very one-dimensional ways of thinking. What I'm talking about is multiple ways to get the same goal. And if you can't conceive the fact that there's multiple ways to that goal, then you inherently lose and constrain yourself to a certain outcome, because you are partnering with the narcissist and with a narcissist mindset. By the way, next week I'm doing a video on the opposite of this, and it's important that you understand both mindsets, because if you don't understand both mindsets, you won't understand which one you're in. The video that I'm doing next week is called The Minimum Mind. So the Manifold Mind is all about understanding there are multiple things, and oftentimes setbacks in the case can be blessings. I had a well-known attorney on my channel last week. I was on her channel as well, Wendy Hernandez. She's the author and creator of Command the Courtroom. If you're not familiar, go back and watch the video. Go check out her channel, because it's important that you understand this is something that's super practical. I understand that this seems like we're not even dealing with my actual issues. I have an actual narcissist with an actual kids with the narcissist. I have an actual court case, right? If you don't have the right tools to walk into that courtroom, if you don't have the right tools to start preparing your court case, it doesn't even matter that you have an actual court case. It doesn't actually even matter that you have an actual custody hearing coming up, because you don't have the right tools to even prepare for that thing. So we oftentimes want to skip the in-between part of like getting our mind right for the court case, but I'm telling you, it all hinges upon that. When my mindset is that nothing is limited, that everything is possible, and that even setbacks, what appear to be setbacks to me, are actually helping me get on the right path. Because if I think that there's a million ways, endless amount of ways for me to reach my goal, I don't view a setback as a setback. I view it as a channeling, a way to channel me into a narrow, into the right path for me. And I'm going to further define that difference in my video next week. So I don't want to give you too much information and overwhelm you in one video. So the way that you approach a problem, I just want to give you an example. I'll leave it anonymous, of course. I have a friend whose attorney quit on her, and she has court coming up. And instead of thinking about this as a real big setback for her case, what if this was exactly what she needed in order to change the outcome of that case? There are multiple ways to think about things. When you are in fight, flight, or freeze mode, survival mode, your sympathetic nervous system is activated. This is sending certain the way that your neural connections are working in your brain are sending out certain chemicals into your bloodstream, which allows certain organs to work and other ones to shut down. This is true survival mode. You need this. This is a gift, that you have such a thing. However, one of the things that it does is shut off the connections to the creative side of your brain. So you've already said, I'm in survival mode. I can only choose. I need to be very specific in the way that I choose: fight, flight, or freeze. Those are the three options that you've just narrowed down just by activating your sympathetic nervous system. You need to be aware that this is how your body works, because your mind controls your brain, which controls your body. So if your mind has already said this is only one possible way, and I've got to go down that way, and if it doesn't look like that, then I can't go down it, and there's no possibility for me to win, and there's no possible outcome for me if it doesn't go exactly that way. You've already narrowed the potential outcomes and the ways to reach even your ideal outcome. When you are able to control your mind, this is done through lots of different ways, right? Mindfulness, you can do breathing exercise, you can start training your mind to have a different outlook automatically. When you process trauma, you unload some of the baggage that your mind is carrying and things like that, you've automatically entered into a relaxed state of mind where, hey, this is actually a great thing for me. My attorney quit my case. Okay, great. This is actually a positive thing for me. How can I use this new piece of information in a positive way so that I can start constructing the new path that I need to be on? This is not like, okay, now this is the end of the case, right? Which is usually the first thing that we think about when something unexpected happens, and especially something unexpectedly large, like our attorneys quitting our case on us. But that's only an option if you want it to be. That could also be a very positive thing if you have a creative mind, if you can access the manifold mind in that moment, right? Because a lot of times the things that we deal with a narcissist are in the moment, and you need to have trained your mind to be to not be entering into the fight, flight, or freeze mode automatically. You need to have trained your mind to do that. And when you're able to train your mind, then you're able to see every single part of your case, for example, or your dealings with a narcissist. Let's say your narcissist is a boss, and you have to deal with them every day. And then you're able to see how that interaction, how that situation, or what seems to be at the moment an obstacle or problem, is actually helping you elevate to this higher place where you have deeper vision, where you can see multiple moves out, right? And you can start seeing this could be a positive because of this or this or this, right? And you can start constructing from not just the next level up, but also the next level, the next level, the next level, and also multiple different ways on each of those levels. You see how many opportunities I just got just in that one moment. Sorry about that. My phone is on silent, but I have a ring that lets some people call me no matter if my phone is on silent or not. So I hope that this video is helping you understand what the manifold mind is and why it's so important. I believe it's all of our destinies to have the manifold mind. None of us are created to only think linearly. We were all made to see things from different perspectives. And the more that we interact with people who have those types of mindsets, the easier it is that allows ours to grow as well, right? This is true of anything in life, right? So think about if you have friends who eat healthy, for example. It's going to be easy for you to pick a restaurant and get along with them when you go out to eat, because they're of the same mindset that we're going to eat healthy even if we're eating out. So it makes it easier for you to stick to your goals when you're around people who have similar lifestyles as you. The same is absolutely true, of course, because everything stems from your mindset. So the same thing is true even if you're in a very stressful situation. If you've surrounded yourself with people who are of the same mind as you, then they will help you to start to see possibilities in extremely stressful, tense situations. So I hope this video helps you understand what the manifold mind is a little bit more. And as I said, there's going to be a follow-up video to this next week on the minimum mind, and help you understand what that looks like and why that can hinder you progressing to any type of goal, whether you're with a narcissist or not. So I hope this video has helped you again. I will see you live on Thursday. I have a guest coming on my channel. If you want to ask her any questions, you can do so by clicking on the link in this description. Go to my Instagram page, check out my stories, and submit a question to her, and we will answer your questions live on Thursday. Have a good day.